welcome you all to Think Max. We are in class 11 Max, chapter 2, Relations and Functions. In this session, we are going to discuss about exercise 2.3 from functions. So there are 5 questions. We are going to discuss all the 5 questions from this exercise. So with this, chapter 2 is completed. Okay. So let us get into the video. So first question, which of the following relations are functions? Give reasons. If it is a function, determine its domain and range. So they gave a Cartesian product, that is they gave a relation. Okay. We have to check whether they are functions or not. So what is a function? So we all know a relation is a function if every element of first set has an image. So every element of first set should have an image. Next condition is if every element of first set has only one image. Okay. Here the trick is you have to check the first element. If it is repeated, then it means it has more than one image. If it is not repeated, then it is a function. That's the trick to find out from the Cartesian product. Okay. Also, you can do this diagram and find out. So the sets, we can name it as A, B. So what are the first element? 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. So these are the first element. 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. What is the second element? Second element, if you check, all are 1. So 1 is in B. So 2 is marked to 1. 5 is marked to 1. 8 is marked to 1. 11 is marked to 1. 14 is also marked to 1. 17 is also marked to 1. Okay. So every element of first set has image. Does it have only one image? Yes. For each element, we have drawn only one line. So 2 has an image 1. 5 has an image 1. 8 has an image 1. 11 has an image 1. 14 has an image 1. 17 has an image 1. From the first set, for each element, only one line should go to B. If more than one line goes to B, then it means the element has more than one image. Here, each element has only one line. That is, it has only one image. So, both the conditions are satisfied. So, if both the conditions are satisfied, then this relation is a function. So, if it is a function, what we have to do? We have to find domain and range. What do you mean by domain and range? Yes, domain is nothing but first element in the relation. Set of first element in the relation, and the range is nothing but set of second elements in the relation. So what is the first element? First element is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. So it is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17. Open with the set bracket, write the elements from the first set and close the set bracket. Now what is range? Range is second element in the relation. So what is the second element in the relation? It is only 1. 1 is the only element in the second set. So this is the domain and relation. Understood? Shall we do the second part? There are 3 parts for the first question. We have done the first part. Now let us move to the second part in the next page. So second question, it is set of all 2, 1, 4, 2, 6, 3, 8, 4, 10, 5, 12, 6, 14, 7. We have to check whether this relation is a function and we have to give reason. If it is a function, we have to find domain and range. So the trick is we have to check whether the first element is repeated. It is not repeated. So it is a function. If it is repeated, then it means it has more than one image. Also, you can check through this diagram. Okay. So we know that our relation is a function if element of first set has an image. Every element should have an image and that image should be only one. Every element of first set has only one image. You can check through this Cartesian product by checking whether first element is repeated. Here it is not repeated, or you can draw this diagram and check. Let us name the first element as A and second element is B. What are the first element? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So these are the first element. Second element 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now if you mark 2 is marked to 1, 4 is marked to 2, 6 is marked to 3, 8, comma 4, 10, comma 5, 12, comma 6, 14, comma 7. So every element has image and it has only one image. Only one line goes to B. So it has only one image. So both the conditions are satisfied. So if both the conditions are satisfied, then this relation is a function. Now we have to find domain and range. So what do you mean by domain? It is nothing but set of all first element. So first element is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Range is nothing but second element in the relation. What are the second element? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the range. Understood? So shall we move on to the third part of the first question. So for the first question, this is the third part. We have to check whether this relation is a function. Now if you go through this Cartesian product, if you check, this one is repeated. So it is not a function. So that means it has more than one image. We know that a relation is a function. Every element of first set has an image and every element of first set has only one image. Now if you draw the diagram, let us take the set as A and B. So what are the elements in the first? What are the first element? 1 and 2. 1, 2. Second element, you have 3, 5. So it is 3, 5. So 1 has been marked to 3 and 1 is marked to 5. 2 is marked to 5. So now here for 1, every element has an image but 1 has two lines moving to B. That means one has two images, more than one image. So this condition is not satisfied. So if this one of the condition is not satisfied, then it is not a function. Since both conditions are not satisfied, this relation is not a function. If it is not a function, no need to find domain and range. Okay, understood? Clear? So shall we move on to the second problem in this next page? Yeah. We have to find the domain and range of the following function. Following real function. What do you mean by real function? A real function means both the domain and range should be a real number. Real function means both domain and range should be a real number. Okay. So let us draw the table and find out whether both domain and range should be a real number. Okay. So here domain is all the numbers from the real number system. So let us take some examples. So let us take x as -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. Let us take some negative and positive values. What is mod -2? So mod value will always be positive. So mod -1 is positive. Mod 0 is 0. Mod 1 is 1. Mod 2 is 2. Modulus means negative values will be vanished. So only it takes the positive value. So because mod x is nothing but it is x. When x is positive, when x is negative, it is -x. When x is negative. or it is equal to 0 when x equal to 0. Okay. So what happens if it is minus 1, then mod x will be minus of minus 1. So it will become positive. So modulus x is always positive. Now here the function is f of x is minus mod x. So we have to multiply a negative with the mod x. So minus mod x will be minus into mod x. So it will be minus 2, minus 1. Minus 0 is always 0. Minus 1, minus 2. Whether minus 2 is a real number? Yes, minus 2 is a real number. Minus 1 is a real number. 0 is a real number. Minus 1 is a real number. Minus 2 is a real number. Yes, all are real numbers. So, both the domain, this is the domain, range, both the domain and range are real numbers. So, it is a real function. So, what are the domain and range? So, if you check the domain, it takes all the values from the real number system. We can substitute all the values, minus 2, minus 1, even fractions, rational numbers, irrational numbers. You can substitute all the numbers from the real number system. So this belongs to the real number system. What about range? This is the range. So this is range. I'm sorry, I wrote here. This is the range. How is the range? Range takes the value 0 and negatives. So it takes the value 0 is included and negative values goes to the least. So it takes the value minus infinity. Minus infinity, 0 is included. So put a square bracket. So minus infinity means it takes the least, very least value. Okay. So open with the, don't put a square bracket for infinity. Put a curly bracket for infinity. So it means before infinity, the values are taken. So minus infinity, comma, here 0 is included. So put a square bracket near 0. So minus infinity is the least value. 0 is the greatest value. So minus infinity will come first. Next comes 0. So these are the range. So now let us write the domain and range. So domain is equal to real number system. So domain takes all the real numbers. All real numbers. What is range? Range takes the values from minus infinity to 0. 0 is included. So we should put square bracket near 0. So these are the domain and range for this function. Clear? So shall we move to the second part for the second question? So it is in the next page. Find the domain and range of the following real function. What is the function? F of x equal to root of 9 minus x square. So we all know from the previous question, a real function is nothing but both domain and range should be a real number. So let us substitute some values for x and check whether f of x is real or not. Okay. So we are going to substitute some negative values and positive values. Let me take from minus 4. Minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I took minus 4 because 9 minus 4 whole square is 9 minus 16. Some negative values will come. Okay. So to check whether this negative value belongs to real number system, I included 4 up to minus 4 to 4. Now it is 9 minus x square. So it is 9 minus x square. X is minus 4. Minus 4 whole square. It means 9 minus 16. Minus square is always positive. 4 square is 16. So 9 minus 16 is minus 7. So what is f of x? F of x is square root of 9 minus x square. So it is root of, what is 9 minus x square? Minus 7. So whether root minus 7 is a real number? No, it is not a real number. Okay. Next take minus 3. So it is 9 minus minus 3 whole square. So which is equal to 9 minus 3 whole square is 9. It is equal to 0. So it is square root of 0 is 0. So 0 is a real number. Next take minus 2. It is 9 minus 2 whole square. So 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. Square root of 5? Yes. Root 5 is a real number. Next take 1. Minus 1. 9 minus 1 whole square. So minus 1 whole square is 1, which is equal to 8. So it is square root of 8. Root 8 is a real number system. Next take 0. So it is 9 minus 0 square. So 0 square is 0. So 9 minus 0 is 9. Square root of 9, it is 3. Yes, 3 is a real number. Next, take positive 1. So, it is 9 minus 1 square. So, 9 minus 1, which is 8. So, it is root 8. Root 8 is also a real number. Next, 2. 9 minus 2 whole square. 9 minus 2 square is 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. So, it is root of 9 minus x square. It is root 5. Root 5 is also a real number. Next, take 3. It is 9 minus 3 square. So, 9 minus 9, which is 0. Root 0 is 0. So, 0 is also a real number. Next, take 4. 9 minus 4 square. What is 4 square? 16. 9 minus 16 is negative 7, because the difference between 9 and 16 is 7. 16 appears, 16 has the negative sign. This bigger number has the negative sign. So if the bigger number has the negative sign, the answer will also be negative. So it is root of minus 7. So but this is not a real number. Root of negative value is not a real number. So this is not a real number. So what happens after minus 4, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, all will be negative. The same way, after positive 4, all numbers will be negative. So, x includes the number from minus 3 to plus 3. Only for these values, we get the answer. So, the x is minus 3 to 3. We get the answer as yes. Okay, so domain. So, this is the domain. Input is the domain. So domain takes the value minus 3 to 3. So f of x is the range. How does f of x takes? Let us check for yes. It is 0, root 5, root 8, 3, root 8, root 5, 0. So which is the maximum value? Maximum value, it moves on. Minimum value is 0. So it starts with 0. Maximum value, it will be moving on. So if you take, no, it will not move on. It will stop till 3. Maximum value here is 3. Okay. So here this 0 is the maximum value. I'm sorry, 0 is the minimum value and 3 is the maximum value. So it takes the value from 0 to 3. Since 3 is included, we have to put a square bracket for 3. So root 5, they are all less than 3. Also root 8 is also less than 3. So the minimum value is 0 and maximum value is 3. So it takes the value from 0 to 3. Both 0 and 3 are included. So this is the range for this function. Clear? So let us write the domain and range. So domain is nothing but only for minus 3 to 3, we get the answer as yes. If we move beyond minus 3 and plus 3, the answer will be no, because we get negative roots. Negative roots are not allowed in real numbers. So domain is nothing but minus 3 comma 3. Minus 3 is included, 3 is also included. So use the square bracket on both sides. So what is range? Range, minimum value here is 0. 0 is included. Maximum value is 3. So 3 is included. Because root 5, root 8 are all less than 3. So 0 is minimum, 3 is the maximum value. So both 0 and 3 are included. So we should use square bracket to write the range. Okay, clear? So shall we move on to the third one? So third question is very simple, children. A function f is defined by f of x equal to 2x minus 5. Write down the values of f of 0, f of 7, f of minus 3. Just we have to substitute the value here. This is x. So instead of x, we have to substitute 0. Instead of x, we have to substitute 7. Instead of x, we have to substitute minus 3 and find out the value. Very simple, isn't it? So f of x is 2x minus 5. For the first question, we have to find f of 0. That means x is 0. So we have to put 2 into, instead of x, 0 minus 5. So 2 into 0 is 0 minus 5. 0 minus 5 is minus 5. This is the first one. Second one is f of 7. So instead of x, we have to put 7. So 2 into 7 minus 5. 2 into 7 is 14. 14 minus 5, which is 9. So f of 7 equal to 9. Third one, f of minus 3. So instead of x, we have to put minus 3 minus 5. What is 2 into minus 3? It is minus 6 minus 5. If both are negative, add the values and put the negative sign. So 6 plus 5 is 11. So answer is minus 11. So simple, isn't it? So we'll move on to the next question. Fourth question. The function T, which maps temperature in degree Celsius into temperature in degree Fahrenheit, is defined by T of C is equal to 9C by 5 plus 32. We have to find T of 0, T of 28, T of minus 10, and the fourth question, the value of C when T of C is equal to 212. This is also very simple, like a third problem. So shall we do it? So what is T of C? So this is the function defined. So which maps temperature in degree Celsius into temperature in degree Fahrenheit. So this is the formula to convert. 9C by 5 plus 32. So what is the first question? We have to find T of 0. That means C is 0 here. So instead of C, put 0. So 9 into 0 by 5 plus 32. What is 9 into 0? 0. 0 by 5 plus 32. 0 by anything is 0. So 0 plus 32, which is 32. So T of 0 is equal to 32. Second part, this T of 28. T of 28, instead of C, put 28 divided by 5 plus 32. What is 9 into 28? 9 8s are 72, balance 7, 2 9s are 18, 18 plus 7, 25. 252 by 5 plus 32. So which is equal to, take 5 as LCM, so it will be 252 here, then 32 into 5. So 252 plus, what is 32 into 5? 2 5s are 10, balance 1, 3 5s are 15, 15 plus 1, 60. 252 plus 60. So if we add 2 plus 0s, 2, 5 plus 6, 11, balance 1, 3 plus 1, 4. So 412 by 5. This is the answer. When T of 28, the answer is 412 divided by 5. Clear? Next, the third one. This T of minus 10. So instead of C, we have to put minus 10 divided by 5 plus 32. Now, negative number. If you multiply by a negative, you will get answer negative. So, it is 9 into 10 divided by 5 plus 32. We can cancel the 5 and 10. 1 5s are 5, 2 5s are 10. So, now 9 into 2. 9 into 2 is 18. 18 divided by 1 is 18. So, we have minus 18 plus 32. So, that is 32 minus 18. 32 minus 18 is 14. So, T of minus 10 is equal to 14. Next, fourth one. Here in the fourth one, this is a little bit different. We have to find the value of C when T of C is equal to 212. They gave T of C is equal to 212. What is T of C? It is 9C divided by 5 plus 32 equal to 212. Now keep this 9C by 5 as such and take 32 to the right hand side. So 212 plus 32 will become minus 32. So 9C by 5 equal to 212 minus 32. 2 minus 2 is 0. 1 minus 3 we cannot do. So 11. 11 minus 3 is 8. Balance here 1 will be there. So 9C by 5 is equal to 180. Now keep the 9C and take this 5 to the right hand side. So 5 is in division. When it goes to right hand side, it will be in multiplication. So 180 into 5. Keep this as such. No need to multiply because if you take this 9 to the denominator, 9 is in multiplication, so it goes to denominator. It goes to division. So what happens? This gets cancelled. 1 9s are 9, 20 9s are 180. So 20 into 5, it is 100. So C is equal to 100. This is the solution. Clear? Understood? So moving on to the last problem in the next page. We have to find the range of each of the following functions. Okay. So they gave some conditions. We have to find out the range. First one, f of x equal to 2 minus 3x. X belongs to real number system. X is greater than 0. Here x is positive. So the first question, the function is 2 minus 3x. So what is the condition given? X is greater than 0. So with this condition, we will bring 2 minus 3x in the left hand side. So first let us multiply x with 3. Okay. So multiply by 3 on both sides. If you multiply 3 into x is greater than 3 into 0. That is 3x is greater than 3 into 0 is 0. Now take up to this. So it is minus 3x. So multiply by negative on both sides. So multiply by negative. So minus 3x. If you multiply by negative, this symbol will change. So greater than will change to less than. Okay. Minus 0. That is minus 3x less than minus 0 is 0. Now complete. Add 2. Adding 2 on both sides. So it is 2 minus 3x less than 2 plus 0. This 2 minus 3x is less than 2. So this 2 minus 3x is less than 2. It will take all the values less than 2. So here 2 is not included. As it is less than 2, 2 is not included. So range will be 2 is not included. So you have to write with the curly bracket. So all values minus infinity, which is the least value, and the maximum is 2. Here 2 is not included. So write with the curly bracket. So start with the curly bracket. So the least value is minus infinity and the largest value is less than 2. So 2 close with the curly bracket. So this is the range for this first part. Now second part. What is the second part? F of x equal to x square plus 2. Here x is a real number. Okay, they didn't give you any condition. Now we can frame a condition because this is square. This square is always positive. So square of a number is always positive or it can take 0. So if x is 0, x square will also be 0. So it takes positive value or 0. So we can write x square is always greater than or equal to 0. Always positive means greater than 0. It can take 0 also. If it x is 0, x square will also be 0. So x square takes greater than or equal to 0. So what we need? Plus 2. So add 2. If you add 2 on both sides, we will get x square plus 2. As we are adding only positive value, the symbol will not change. So greater than or equal to 0 plus 2. That means x square plus 2 greater than or equal to 0 plus 2 is 2. Who is x square plus 2? F of x. F of x is greater than or equal to 2. So that is f of x takes the value 2 and greater than 2. So how to write that range? Range starts from 2. So open the square bracket and it moves on. So it moves on towards the positive value. So it is plus infinity and close with the curly bracket. For infinity, don't use the square bracket. Okay. So close with the curly bracket. So this is the range for this function. Clear? Next, third one. F of x equal to x. Here x belongs to real number system. So now here f of x equal to x, identity function. So let us substitute some values for x and f of x. Let me take some negative numbers, 0 and positive numbers. So what is f of x? It is also x. So the same will come, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So we can take for x all the numbers from the real number system. So what is the range? Range is also the real number system. As both are same, so range will also be the numbers from the real number system. So range can be written as range is equal to real numbers. That is all real numbers. Clear? So with this, chapter 2 is complete. Only miscellaneous exercise is left out. We will see this exercise after finishing all the chapters from class 11. Okay children, clear? Thank you. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.